Makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good. Block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30.
Welcome to the Fins tailgate. It's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. We live that aqua and orange from the field to the mic. Breaking down the plays, man, we talk it every night. From Tua to the defense, you know we keep it tight. NFL moves, you know we got the insight. We open up the floor, yeah, it's your time to shine. Fans drop the heat with opinions realigned. You got concerns, bring them, we're gonna chime. The Fins tailgates, where we keep it prime. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. The NFL's changing, but we stay on the grind. Latest breaking stories, we don't waste no time. From the trades to the rumors, we make them all align. At the Fins tailgate, we always on the climb. We're repping the Dolphins, but it's NFL wide. From South Beach to the league, we keep it worldwide. Got the fans engaged with the energy supplied. Come kick it at the tailgate, we're riding high tide. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. So if you love the game, you know we got the gate. Tune in, speak out, don't wait, it's your fate. This is the Fins tailgate, now watch us dominate. Miami Dolphins, NFL, yeah, we integrate.
Good evening. Welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk here on TFTG. Your host, Papa Paul, along with the co-host, Dolphin Winners, and Johnny O.
What's up, gents? How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you, even though I don't see you.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling now?
I'm doing okay. I'm above ground and upright. That's all that matters.
You sound a whole lot better, I'll tell you that.
I'm feeling better, but I'm still all
So,
congested and stuff, but I'm feeling better.
that's good. That's good. It's a start. Shit.
Well, there's some
So where do we start off, gentlemen? It's a lot of stuff to talk about.
a lot of close games. Only two upsets. I mean, two really lopsided games this weekend.
Yeah, both of those.
Well, you know what the major upset was. But you know what the major upset was, and it's right here in my home city. What's up, brother?
What's up, Cap?
What's going on, guys?
Cat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, that was in Philadelphia there.
Yeah, and the thing is, I had Philly beating the 49ers. I'm like, they're going to beat the 49ers. I wouldn't say they was going to blow them out, but I would have thought, okay, they'll beat them. And when I seen in that fourth quarter is all I needed to see. I mean, the defense had 2 turnovers, kept them in the game as long as they could. The kicker missed not only an extra point, but he missed the field goal, and that's why they lost by 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the games, the losing teams this weekend, Jacksonville, that coach ought to be fired, not going for the field goal in the first half. You lose by 3 at the end of the game. You're in a playoff game. Put the points on the board. Make them catch you.
Right. Well, that might be I'm not making no excuses for him, Johnny O, but that might be an inexperience on his part. He is like, rookie. What's up? Is that El Cap?
El Cap, what's up, brother?
Oh shit. My man El Cap. Oh shit.
Johnny O.
Oh
What up,
shit,
Cap?
son.
What up, Papa Paul? What's up, boys? Figured I'd come kick it with the homies.
What's going on, man?
Shots,
How are
my
you?
man. Shit.
How you doing tonight, Cap?
El Cap is heavy.
I'm doing good, man. Just kicking it. What'd you think of the new intro? HB hit me up the other day. He said he made a little bit of adjustments.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cap, you want to talk about some Bloomberg news?
What's up? Yeah, let's talk money. Now everybody wants to talk money. I've been trying to tell everybody about this owner and what his modus operandi is with this team for a long time. You know, uh,
Mm.
I don't really know much about the John Eric Sullivan guy. I mean, on paper, yeah, he followed the path in which you want guys to follow, right? He followed that path that you want guys to
Uh-huh.
follow to then become a general manager. Maybe bringing an outside guy, at the very least, it's a new set of eyes and things like that to look at what's going on here in Miami. The problem is, I really thought, when the Dolphins fired Harbaugh, or excuse me, fired Mike McDaniel, it was only for Harbaugh. And I think anyone who says differently, the Dolphins organization will be a lie. I think they completely, terribly miscalculated what the landscape looks like for them. They think for whatever reason, and I don't know why, the Dolphins have zero self awareness of themselves amongst circles in the rest of the league. People do not want to come to Miami anymore. The fact that there's no sales tax and we got great weather, guess what? That we've been telling ourselves that's why people want to be here for 20 years, and it just ain't working. It's just we see the players come here and go on vacation early, check out early. We know guys come here for their final hoorah paycheck. With zero expectations as far as career path goes, and what right now when they fired Mike McDaniel, the reasoning for it 1,000,000% was they thought, hey, Harbaugh, we're going to get him this time. And it's funny to think that look, this isn't 100%. Maybe they'll still get Harbaugh, but by all reports that are coming out, it's down to Tennessee, Atlanta, and the Giants. That looks like they're those three teams are the front runners. I would say it's really a toss up on all three of those organizations as far as what they could do. A lot more to I don't know, man. And now what are we looking at? We brought in Stefanski. We brought in what's his name today. It just really
We brought in
feels
11 guys so far.
well. We've reached out to 11 guys. It's not confirmed that we brought all 11 in. The only ones they're absolutely bringing in or having that formal Zoom call are released with their face on a graphic on their X and their Instagram and stuff like that. They could reach out and desire anybody, but to get a formal meeting, those are only guys that you're seeing that the Dolphins are making graphics about. So really, it hasn't been that much. And I said this when we had Mike McDaniel, and people were wanting to fire him and all that stuff. I said, well, who would want this job? Who out there
Mm.
would want the Miami Dolphins job? You are literally signing yourself up for, if you're a new coach, immediately you got to solve the problems of Tua Tagovailoa and his cap space. What do you do with him? Do you try to get your personal eyes on him and think you could build an offense around him? The fans, is the organization going to go for that? Do you cut him and now you carry all this immense amount of dead cap? You also have another star athlete in Tyreek Hill with a lot of money who's injured and probably not going to play very much at all, if any, this coming season. And he'll be, 32 or 33 the next time he steps the field after a massive injury. What team wants to inherit the problems of Miami with cap and no quarterback and no top draft pick? You are essentially coming in and it's a mess. And why? Because we got good weather, because we're in Florida. That's why they come here. Money's money. I don't care. It's all relative to where all these other things are. Okay, some of these guys might think more about family and will pick Miami over Cleveland any day of the week, but let's not act like the Ravens' job isn't really nice. Let's not act like the Tennessee Titans with an immense amount of cap space and completely, top draft pick and free reign, and you have a young quarterback on a cheap deal. It's just palatable to anyone that's available. What is a lateral? What move could the Dolphins have at the head coaching position that is not just a lateral move? It's not just more of the same. What I feel like we're gearing up for is we're going to hire Stefanski or maybe even like Saleh because they're going to want to build this as, hey, we changed up this time, people. We didn't hire a first-time head coach. We hired a guy who coached somewhere else. And that's in some way it's a contingency prize. And I already see them saying, well, he was 2-time coach of the year. It's just, dude, come on, man. This team is, I don't know if it's ass from a hole in the ground, dude. It doesn't have any personal accountability, has no self-awareness, has no vision, nothing. It's a mess. It's literally a mess. And I don't see how short of getting one of a few coaches, right? We're going to say Harbaugh. We're going to say Tomlin. We're going to say Gruden, which, say what you want, at least there's a pedigree there. We're going to say Mike McCarthy, which I don't want Mike McCarthy personally. I don't, but it would be better than the retread failures of Saleh and Stefanski or first-time head coach guys. And first-time head coaches are fine, but young dudes, it's hard for them to build. You're talking 3-4 years before you can even get a good look at what the guy's capable of. Especially when 2026 is going to be a shit show. This
is my top three: Kubiak, Stefanski, LaFleur.
Oh no,
LaFleur's not going to be available. LaFleur's not getting fired, and even so. Okay, how much better is LaFleur than Mike McDaniel? Because I'm telling you all this right now. For everybody not named the Miami Dolphins, Harbaugh is everyone's number one. And I'm telling you, right, everyone's number two. Everyone's number two. Mike Tomlin looks like he's not going to be available. Everyone's number two today is Mike McDaniel. Everyone. Miami Dolphins fired. And up until, and I said this before they let him go, I said, if the Miami Dolphins fire Mike McDaniel, he will be the number one head coaching available candidate on the market. And if John Harbaugh was still with the Ravens right now, that would be the case. Everybody wants that. Mike McDaniel's gonna score a hell of a gig. He's probably, if he's smart, he'll take that Tennessee gig.
So you're saying that he'll get hired first before Harbaugh does?
No.
What about Tomlin? Sorry if you guys already.
There's a report out today that Tomlin said he's not coaching this year. He wants to take some time off and spend time with his family.
So yeah, there's been conflicting reports about Tomlin. So,
good evening, gentlemen.
What the hell was that?
What's up, Russell? What's good with you, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
What about Saleh?
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's conflicting reports about Tomlin. Some have come out saying that he's looking to spend time with the family and take time off. I think that's just a ploy. I don't believe in that. But there's no way. Maybe he could sit a year, but
he actually has to sit 2 years because he's still under contract for 2 years. So you would have to trade for his rights.
They let him go.
No, he resigned.
No, they let him go. They were going to fire him. They let him go.
He resigned.
And
he's still under contract for 2 years.
Courtesy to let him resign instead of firing him.
So we have to buy it out. We have to buy the contract pretty much.
I don't think so, guys. I think you're really bogging down in some details that really don't matter when it comes to.
Well, regardless of all that, the Dolphins, like you said, are a shit show. And I'm telling you right here, you hear it first. Their new GM from Green Bay, I'm saying, I mean, it doesn't mean what I'm saying is right, but we're either going to hire Jeff Halfley, Kevin Stefanski, or I just had him on the tip of my tongue, or Chris Shula. One of those three are going to be the next head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Do we have an interview with
I agree with your first two, like wholeheartedly. I think this is the list. I completely, utterly agree with those two. I don't know if Chris Shula is the guy. To me, I would rather roll the dice with Chris Shula personally.
I'm only saying Chris Shula because of the whole, he's the hot coordinator. He's got the name, former Dolphin grandson, and all that, and he's the hot name.
He's got that young guy energy, like fucking.
Yep.
What he's done with the Rams
and Halfley. This is another thing people don't understand. The general manager came from the Green Bay Packers. If anybody thinks we're getting Harbaugh, you're higher than a kite. Harbaugh's going to either end up with either the Falcons or the Giants. One of those two he's going to end up with.
Don't sleep on the Titans, but honestly,
I'm saying, that's fine. But I'm saying he's not coming to Miami. Miami kiboshed that like everybody was Harbaugh this, Harbaugh that. We're going to get Harbaugh. We're not getting Harbaugh. Get that out of your head. We're not getting Harbaugh. The guy from Green Bay, the guy from Green Bay is comfortable with people he knows. He's never met Harbaugh. I mean, it could always change, but I'm guaranteeing it's going to be Halfley. And I heard you say about Mike McCarthy. I wouldn't want Mike McCarthy either, but he's respected, and he's former Green Bay type of guy too. Gruden would be great, but no, that's not happening either.
I know how fitting would Gruden be for all the sideshow bullshit the Dolphins team seem to entertain?
What's your thoughts about Joe Brady?
Nah, it's not happening.
I mean, could I see Joe Brady getting the hire? Sure, why not?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. We need any kind of edge over the Bills.
They love to act like they fucking know something no one else does. The Dolphins love to do that shit. And every now and again, they luck into it. But they're so dumb, they fucking they cut off their nose to spite their face. Firing Brian Flores, looking back in retrospect, and why I push so much back on it, is because they fired him for all the reasons they end up now where they sit, right? They fired two coaches now for the same reasons, if we're being real. The first one said, this is where we're going to end up. And they said, no, we're not. You're fired. We're going to change it up. Second one took it as far as he could and ended up where they could. And then they fired him. They that's what ended up happening. And both times were really the right coach. They were both the right coach.
The icing on the cake is we're looking for a coach, and he's getting interviews from different teams.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He met with the Ravens. He'll meet with the Steelers, I'm sure, as well. He has some connection with both of those organizations.
I was just reading an article that's saying he's going to stick around Minnesota.
I don't know.
They're offering him more, yeah. I heard.
We'll see. I don't think he'll get picked up on this coaching cycle personally. But again, when you're looking at the candidates, by and large, you're talking about Robert Saleh, Clint Kubiak, Kevin Stefanski, Chris Shula, John Harbaugh. These are a lot of guys that are getting the coaching carousel names. And if you're any one of these other teams that need a coach right now, Mike McDaniel is like the best prize. Like, everybody wants Harbaugh, but like, okay, give me Mike McDaniel. Then, like, they would every team that's out there right now, if you're a Giants fan and you have Jackson Dart and Scattaboo and you got problems and they hire Mike McDaniel, they're going to be psyched. They're going to be psyched, bro. They're going to be super psyched. More so than Kevin Stefanski. Like, just think about that. If you're a Titans fan and they announce Kevin Stefanski, that's a 50-50 feeling good. The guy he fell apart they made the bad move getting rid of Baker. Hamstring, could never get the quarterback position right after they moved from Baker. All that stuff, and then the team just kind of fell apart every year, and they spent a lot of money on.
How did he get coach of the year twice?
All that stuff. If you look at Mike McDaniel, you could say Mike McDaniel took Tua Tagovailoa and made one of the coolest offenses he's seen, and ultimately he got let go because Tua failed.
Yeah, but how does Stefanski get coach of the year twice?
Because he got a winning record with the Browns.
Yeah, but with what quarterback?
There you go. Enough said.
Baker.
With Baker?
Baker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what's funny is
Baker wasn't that bad. Baker wasn't that bad in Cleveland at all.
Shit.
He didn't start getting bad until later on. Yeah, he
was
definitely
good.
he was lighting that shit up.
He was lighting it up. I was surprised when at the time I was like, well, Baker's really good, but you're going to get a young Deshaun Watson. You're in great shape. On paper, I don't hold that move against Stefanski and the whole setup personally, because I don't think anyone that watched sports in those days would have said that the fall off of Deshaun Watson, I mean, on and off the field, is one of the most incredible failure stories I've ever seen. The guy with a trajectory that literally pointed straight up did nothing. It's crazy, except for, I mean, make $250 million. But I don't know, man. To me, that we're in not good shape.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to come here because we're in bad shape. We're really in bad shape.
Here's the thing I want to, that nobody's talking about, not on any of the YouTube channels, not anyone in the media, because right now everyone has this like, ooh, wait and see, like excitement, right? Everyone's sitting excited and, waiting to see, because change is coming. We got a new GM, we got a new quarterback, we got a new coach. We're going to, and us who do this on here, every hire you delve in, you learn about the guy, you see some things, blah, 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 blah. To me, the right play, if Tomlin sits and you're definitely not getting Harbaugh, I would just give me a 1 year lame duck, hold the seat warm for the next coaching cycle. Personally, that's what I would do, because anyone you're going to hire is probably going to be a first-time guy, and he's going to fight for his life. And you could end up in a Brian Flores situation in a year you should tank for the number 1 pick and reset your cap. You're going to win too many games to get that pick or be in the top 3. And you're going to, I don't know, man. It's just, it feels like Groundhog's Day around here with this program, this organization, and how they do business.
Well, I mean, if we want a bridge quarterback, we're going to want the bridge quarterback to fail, as opposed to just like, if we know,
you don't need a bridge quarterback.
Sully's gonna have to put this roster from scratch when we know that. So this goes beyond a coach right now. So I mean, if the coach comes in, he knows he's gonna have to deal with a 1 year, situation. I mean, anything can happen, but we know in 1 year,
what coach,
a bridge quarterback, they're gonna get rid of the bridge quarterback regardless. Is my point.
What is quarterback schmorterback? I don't want the Dolphins to sign any quarterback. I really don't. Like, keep the guys we got, roll it out there. I would sell every asset I possess right now, because anything you're going to get to build new is what do you want to pay? You want to pay guys top end to be on a bad football team and on a team that is in the midst.
There's nobody here to pay. We paid everybody. It's only Achane.
I know. I would trade Achane. I would trade Waddle. I would trade the seats in the freaking stadium right now. Anything that's not nailed down, get rid of it, because I would tank this team into the dirt. And I don't see any coach wanting to come and be a part of that. So why don't you just wisely, do one of these lame duck coach things? You elevate somebody, you give like a long shot a chance, and you fire him after 1 year because somebody that, Mike Tomlin's available now or something to that effect. But
I don't know. Sullivan's not going to want that on his record being the new GM, though, man.
What?
I don't think Sullivan's going to want that being the new GM, like having a guy fired after 1 year on his record.
And, it'll be business as usual, Cap.
I'll say this real quick. I was go ahead, Johnny.
If you look at our schedule and you look at our roster, we ain't winning more than 4 games this year anyway.
We might as well start Tua.
Agreed.
We might as well start.
And my gut feeling, I'll say this. My My gut feeling, honestly, is the fancy. I don't know why I feel that way, but I got a funny feeling that's who our new head coach is going to be. I'll be honest.
I don't
You
know.
know,
Because
that
it's the
or
Braun. You know
a
why you
first
feel
year.
that way,
You know,
Winters? You know why you feel like it's
mm,
it's that, Winters? Because you're correct. It's the
Never won
bronze
with the
mhm,
coach.
trophy. It's the bronze
yep,
trophy of it. We're not going for gold. We
yep.
we would be happy with silver, but Dolphins fans will settle for bronze because that's what it is. We're fucking we're in
I don't
there.
know. I don't know. I don't know if it's Dolphins fans will settle for bronze. The front
Oh yeah.
office will settle for bronze.
Nah, it's Dolphins fans, Johnny. It really is, dude. These people are so fucking dumb. I gotta be honest, our fan base has literally wilted into people who don't know this game. It really has. There's some people that know it, but like by and large, they will take and they're all quiet right now. That's why the Dolphin like look at the stadium. It's empty. Look at the YouTube streets. Look at the numbers. Look at the interaction. It's quiet. Only the diehards who really love the game are here right now. But as soon as things get sold and the narratives get pushed, all the ding dongs come back. And the ones that are kind of hanging around, they're saying things like, well, I would be happy with Stefanski because it would be a step up from what we used to get. At least it's not a first-time head coach. Did you guys know he was two-time head coach of the year? And that's all a Dolphin fan needs today is some weird, obscure, happy point to hang their hat on to think I can have a coach of the year, as if that means jack shit to me. Coach of the year. Look, how much did it do the Browns? 2 times. That's what we want.
Mhm.
People are just happy to be a part of it, not happy to fucking own it, not happy to achieve it.
Yeah, this
Crazy.
shit show has been for a long time. It's not like it just started last month. It's been
No.
for like since 2001, and it's got progressively worse. And it,
Yeah.
Actually, the shit show started when they forced Shula out and brought Jimmy Johnson, and then Jimmy didn't do a bad job.
I
But
think
when
Jimmy was the right move personally at the time.
I didn't. Now,
I
now
did.
when you force Shula out, no.
Now they shouldn't have forced Shula out. I agree with that. But Jimmy was the right hire. I
Oh,
think they
right.
didn't follow
After they forced him out, yes, that's the best hire. You couldn't have gotten any better than that at that point.
yeah,
But
but you know, Jimmy's problem back then too was he tried to turn the Dolphins into Dallas without the offensive line, and he handcuffed Marino, so that took a lot away from everything.
well, he
did
more than
not bring
handcuffed
this
him. I
up,
mean,
Dan.
he walked into the building and told the 13-year quarterback, "You can't audible anymore."
Yeah, so he handcuffed Marinos, took away his audibles and all that, and then I mean, you know, that was tough.
I don't know. To me, I bet you. Well, not bet you. I know if both guys could go back, they would have done it differently because they could have done it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but their egos got in the way.
Yeah. You know, the
But-
funny thing about the Dolphins, too, it's like you said earlier, you know, there are the fans who really know the game, and there's the fans that would jump on any little cause to get excited about. Like me personally, I don't want no damn Kevin Stefanski. I don't see anything dramatic that he's done. He hasn't shown me anything. I don't give a shit if he's coaching here 10 years in a row. I just think that the Dolphins' problem is they always jump on the hot toy at that moment. Same thing what we used to
He's by
do.
no means the bell of the ball. I mean, and we've never
No.
had that either.
No, yeah, we always chase after the shiny object, but we always settle on second and third place. We never get exactly what we want, right? I mean, this will be the second Harbaugh, third time trying to get a Harbaugh, and it'll be 3 strikes you're out for real. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
if I'm Ross and I actually care about getting the right one, I'm throwing as much money as humanly possible at it.
I would give him 10%.
You just said the magic word though. Ross don't care.
Right.
He's more concerned about Formula One racing, World Cup soccer at Hard Rock. He's a businessman. All he cares about is his portfolio.
Shout out to
Well,
Jamie.
does he actually earn from the F1 races at Hard Rock? Does he actually?
Oh, he's contracted in with the Formula One, and you know the funny thing about
$1 billion that weekend for 4 days.
Yep, for 4 days, $1 billion.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second. But yet he'll sit up in the press box for Dolphin games, and he's having a grand old time on his phone. He'll do the Waddle when Waddle scores, but he doesn't give a shit.
No, they don't.
He really doesn't.
They don't.
And the sad part about it is, you can only put fucking honey on shit. It's still shit.
That's not true. That's my point, right? Like they can put lipstick on this pig and make it prom queen over and over and over and over again. Stephen Ross, I've said it for fucking going on 5 years now, has created the masterclass template to NFL owners on how to take your product and make it 10 times more than it's worth and rebrand it over and over and over again with accomplishing zero of what really matters to the product. Like it's about winning football games. It's about winning playoff games. It's about home playoff games. It's about Super Bowls. And we don't do none of that shit around here. But this team is worth $15 billion fucking dollars.
I saw that in Bloomberg. It's worth $15 billion.
And you know what? That honestly, for anybody who doesn't know, that's a fucking lie. The reason he says it's worth $15 billion is because back when he was in 2024, that Bloomberg thing is, I believe it to be the old one. He might have said it again, but it's the same message. I'm pretty certain that thing's like a year old. Don't quote me on that. That could be new, but he said on Bloomberg a year ago the same shit. Okay. And what it was is that during the 2024 offseason, when we had, the 2023 season, it was this big blow up, all this great stuff. We're heading into 2024, and they started re-signing the product. And he said that the program, the team he got an offer for $15 billion, but he doesn't want to sell it. Meanwhile, he has 10% of the football team for sale for what? $1.5 billion, equaling to, guess what some mysterious no-name figure offered $15 billion for. This is what people do. Trump did it with Mar-a-Lago. Okay. He did it with Mar-a-Lago. You overestimate. I get fielded offers for $150 billion for this. And then ended up selling the 10%. Actually, he sold 15% of the Dolphins, while all this talk of how expensive the Dolphins are, more than $15 billion that he said no to. He sold 15% for $1.5 billion. The company that bought him, I can't remember their name right off the top of my head. They own other sports organizations. They ended up paying for $1 billion up front for 10%, and they will pay $500 million over the next 3 or 4 years to get the remaining 5%. And that's why he says the Dolphins are worth $15 billion. It was a sales ploy. It's all what it's ever been. Stephen Ross comes out and talks about money and how great of a product the Dolphins are when we're winning, when he's signing contracts, when he's about to sell a percentage of this team to make some cash flow back. That's a fact. That's all this organization has ever been.
The team's only worth $10 billion at this point.
We are an asset he uses to leverage.
Yep.
And that's all the Dolphins fans have become. We're fucked.
On that note, can you go to a commercial break?
Yep.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Miami-Dade Palm Beach, your sweet treats and good eats, and don't forget the cheesecake.
I'm sure you're not going to forget it.
Never will.
That somebody needs to check your
Yeah, this
portfolio.
should be. I'll say this. I mean, you're mostly right on everything you say in El Cap. I cannot disagree with you. What I will say is, as Miami Dolphin fans, it's like we get our expectations up high. We want the like we all say, we want the shiny new toy 9 times out of 10. And then if we do get it, it just sometimes normally does not work the fuck out. And it's sad. It's been like a revolving door over and over. We're going on 26 years, no playoffs. So yeah, like this is really sad. Well, let's say no playoff wins. We've been to the playoffs, but we have not won a playoff game since 2000, correct?
I was at the last playoff win against the Colts in overtime. Lamar Smith.
Mm-mm.
The different thing that the Dolphins could have done would be to keep Mike McDaniel. All of this is just, it's the completion of a 7-year cycle times 2. So now it's time to not just fire a coach, you got to fire the GM too. It's just, it feels all so familiar, and I have zero trust in the organization and what their real plans are. Like, okay, yeah, all right, we're changing GM, we're changing coach, but the guys who sit at the top, Ross, Garfunkel, Brandon Beal, the son-in-law, whatever the hell his name is, Dylan or whatever the fuck his name is, that's going to be taking over the organization. I mean, this is going to be the guy that when Stephen Ross steps down, his son-in-law, who used to work for him, not in the sports world, he used to work for him and all his other business interests and nonsense, and got a little bit delved into the sports because this is the family cash cow. All that other shit is acquired and leveraged with this asset to purchase things. This is the thing that the asset will always inflate. Inflation will always say, I might sell 10%, 15% of this company, for 1.5 billion. And that means now I'm only have 8 billion in it. But if I wait 10 years, that 8 billion doubles to 15 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a never losing asset. It'll never let it go. And I mean, this is the guy who's going to be running it. The son-in-law. Here he is right here. Like, now, is this dude going to be – is he going to be the guy? Is this going to be the dude to save the franchise? I don't know. Does that guy look like he knows anything about sports? I mean,
that guy looks like
he'll be at Sissy's at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Has he ever touched a ball? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, he's touched the ball.
Yeah, well, easy now.
This is exactly what I said about these guys building a portfolio. They don't know anything about sports. The closest this guy got to a live action is if he walked by a kid throwing a football in a schoolyard. These guys have never played, so they're like investment brokers. They're hedge fund guys, and the Dolphins are so comical when it comes to just look at the basic stuff. We're not even talking about what we see on the field because that's crap. Just go through the drafts. Just go through some of the whole decision making. I mean, it's like comical. You can get a blind guy out in the street passing out cans that can make a better choice than half of these guys that we've grabbed. I mean, we've grabbed some decent guys, and then they end up walking out the door. Well, and then it's just a never-ending cycle with foolishness. And like you said, you could put lipstick on a pig; it's still a pig.
It just feels like the
Mhm.
Dolphins in everything. They think they have zero contingency plans. It's like just like the Dolphins fans, they get tunnel vision on something. Everybody wanted Tua Tagovailoa to be the answer so bad. They got tunnel vision. It didn't see all the things that were potential problems. They even convinced themselves that this degenerative hip that was cured with the fucking modern medicine was going to be, and agreed, yes, it's better than how Bo Jackson's career ended up going, but ultimately we knew it was going to be a problem, and that's what people are now saying. Oh, he lost all his power because the hip. Well, no shit.
Hips don't
Duh.
lie.
Everybody knew that. Yes, of course it was going to happen over 6 to 8 years. He was going to start to deteriorate with power. And there was like, don't worry, he's going to be so cerebral and work so hard and not take a lot of money. I remember when these are all the narratives people sold out there and lied and pretended. And the Dolphins themselves as an organization, they get tunnel vision on this too. They literally like, oh, Harbaugh's available. That's our dude. We're going to get him. No contingency plans. No, hey, Stefanski, none of this stuff. Bye, Mike McDaniel. Hey, Harbaugh, we run away. Where are you going? And now he's gone. And they're like, oh, shit, we actually got a job to do. Let's start quick. Hit the buzzer. We got to start getting the media teams. We got Clint Kubiak. Man, he's a freaking great guy. The real winner. And I'm not saying that any of these guys are going to be failures, but it just – the Dolphins jump both feet first in a lot of directions. In the draft, you could watch them. It's like, oh, there's a guy. And then next thing you know, this dude's taken before, and they overreach by like freaking 10 spots in the draft for a need. They don't take BPA, they take a need. And then we see the next 3 picks after the Dolphins are all freaking Pro Bowlers. You know what I'm saying? They just they don't know what to do. They don't know what they're doing. They don't, because everything is analytical, everything is financial, everything is marketable, and these are all the consensus and everything. Now they could say, "Hey, we're bringing in Aikman; he's going to shake things up." Hey, we got the John Eric Sullivan; he's a build through the draft trenches guy. I've been hearing them talk about build through the draft for 7 years since the teardown. We're going to build through the draft. Well, as soon as it looks like we got something, f them picks. Remember? F them picks. F them picks. There's no foresight, no plan. And ultimately, the one thing I said this team is always going to show me that they have nothing of is real leadership. They don't have real leadership.
They don't. They have no alphas. They have maybe 2 alphas on the field.
And I watch every time when a real leader either is in the building, and I'll give you 2 names right now that are leaders that people don't like. Well, fuck, I can give you 3. We've got Brian Flores.
Brooks.
Brian Flores.
Oh.
We've got Vic Fangio. We've got now Mike McDaniel. All 3, and Mike McDaniel led in a completely different way than those other 2 guys, but it was a leader, and the guy, you could see with the team and how they responded and what they kept continuing to do as changes happened, and applauded him and all that stuff. And then they'll run those guys out, and then every real leader that we can see them as leaders in our eyes, but everyone would agree that these guys are real leaders. Jim Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, other coaches we want to get here. They don't want to take part in the Miami Dolphins process, the Miami Dolphins way of doing business, because the Miami Dolphins want you, real leader, to sit down at a table and talk to the marketing guy, the money guy, the contract dude, the publicist, the owner's fucking son-in-law, the daughter, and we want to sit down and we want you to explain to us, tell us, and then make us understand what benefits our bottom line, our brand, our product isn't the right move because this football decision. Like, who wants to sell good football picks, good football moves to people who don't care
know
about
football?
that? They don't know football. They're like, oh man, this kid is so charming. He's good looking. He's got 150,000 Instagram followers, and he's got social media accounts. I saw him with iShowSpeed. He's on here. He plays video games. He's charming. Christian boy. Blah, 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 whatever fucking bullshit they want to sell you.
So what did I say about that last week?
Is the boy a dog? Can he take the souls of other men?
We talked about this about a month ago. I told Saul the Dolphins are happy to get the good guy in the neighborhood. He's friendly with everybody. He's got 1 million followers, clicks and follows. I want the guy that's going to punch your mother in church, knock you off the ball. No, we don't want that guy. We want the
again. I don't care how any guy is. If you're Tyreek Hill and doing all things Tyreek Hill's doing on the off field, I don't give a shit about his personal business. I don't care about him smacking his old lady. I don't care if you care about me not caring about it. That's how I don't care. That doesn't concern me. On Sunday, is the son of a bitch scoring touchdowns and owning football games? Hell yeah, he is. Give me more of that. I don't care. I don't. I'll let all that political perspective, personal business be decided by the NFL because I don't give a shit. I care about my team winning Super Bowls. And if that means I got to have a guy who has to, wear an ankle monitor on the fucking field, make it happen. I don't give a shit. But this team isn't about that. That is not what they prioritize. They have a brand. They want to sell it. As Ross has always said, we are a high class product, and our blue collar town and our blue collar football team is now a white collar, upper middle class, wealthy representation. And I look at it and I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know what it is. And they can bring in John Eric Sullivan, and I think in all intentions he intends to take the long road traveled, and I think he intends to, with Troy Aikman backing him up and building. They're like, we're gonna be a hard nosed football team. We're gonna re-erect the take no talent wall, right? But ultimately, they'll be overruled by the money guys to double and triple down for a product to sell. It sucks. It sucks, dude. Like it sucks. I'll tell you what, I'm telling you, I'm making an announcement here, boys. If Mike McDaniel goes to Tennessee to be the Tennessee Titans coach, I'll be watching a lot of them games. I'll be watching that. That'll be some shit. I want to see what that looks like personally.
I think personally he's going to end up in Cleveland.
I don't think so.
He interviews in Baltimore this week, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, Flores is getting an interview with Baltimore also.
Yeah.
No, that's who I can see going to Baltimore.
He's interviewing for the OC job with the Lions and the Bucks and the head coaching job with the Titans. All Mike McDaniel interviewing with that. Dolphins have brought in Kelvin Shepard. You guys remember him, linebacker here. I thought he was He was decent. I mean, he never lived up to the money we gave him, but whatever.
And Patrick Graham. I think that's more for the Rooney Rule than anything else.
Are any of these playoff team guys interviewing yet? Like, is Shula taking interviews or?
Well, he can't as long as his team's still playing.
And neither can. I mean, you can request.
Yeah, you have to wait till their season's finished.
You can get permission.
Or the week of the Super Bowl. Yeah, you can't. They can't interview while their season's still continuing.
That's not true because
they
the Dolphins.
They can get permission.
Yeah, you can get permission. You can get permission. Because Dolphins have interviewed Clint Kubiak and he's still in the playoffs. Yeah,
but they had the bye week. That's why he was able to interview. They're not playing.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
I the Clint Kubiak thing. I don't know. Maybe he's the diamond in the rough. Like the Bears got. You know what I'm saying? What's his face? Maybe he's the guy. I don't know. But. I don't know, dude. Again, the Dolphins, to me, the hasty decision to fire Mike McDaniel was all predicated that John Harbaugh was going to be available and now going to be here. So, and that looks like they fucking swung and missed on that hard.
They shit themselves on that one because he ain't coming here.
Hard, bro. Very hard.
Well, I wasn't upset that they got rid of McDaniel. I'm tired of watching the clock run down. I'm tired of him not getting plays in. Tired of him being in his fourth year and not being able to manage a clock and manage the end of the game, not scoring the third quarter.
I'm tired of the bubble screen behind the line of scrimmage.
Again,
so why
boys,
is Frank Smith still here? If
all the
McDaniel
reasons you
got
want to
canned,
fire
why
Mike
do we still
McDaniel?
have Frank Smith.
Oh, well, everybody's still retained. They keep all of the staff until the new guy comes in. And hopefully, if anyone does get hired as a head coach, he would get compensatory picks, which none of them are. Let's call it for what it is. Mike McDaniel will be the only one, and you're not getting shit for him now.
Maybe Weaver. You never know.
No, it's not going to happen.
Our offense was crap for the last 2 years. I mean, Frank Smith is still technically the OC. I don't see why we got rid of McDaniel and didn't just clean house on that side of the ball.
Because that's just not how they do it. They retain all those guys because then they let the new head coach. You can reassign dudes, right? You could take Frank Smith and make him. You could renegotiate, owe him money and stuff. If they fire him, then they're fired. Who knows? Stefanski can come in here and think he's going to bring one of his OCs, and none of them want the fucking job. And we're stuck with Frank Smith anyhow. And that's really a true possibility. What is Stefanski just going to have this overwhelming amount of people that are ready to run to Miami to work with him?
Right.
That's the thing. To me, without the fucking pedigree and without, the weight to throw around from some of these guys, who are we really bringing? What's really the turnover, right? I could see a lot of people coming here and showing up for Harbaugh, Tomlin, McCarthy has a lot of pull. He got old money, as they like to say. And then Gruden. Gruden could really shake things up. At the minimum, it would be an entertaining product. But everything else, we're trying to restart and do it right from what they really want. They've always wanted their own brand, their new thing. They want to bring up a guy, a new first-time head coach. That's what they want to do. So if they're going to go in the direction and continue on, I would say hire Clint Kubiak, hire Chris Shula, hire,
What do you guys think of Davis Webb,
Joe Brady?
the Broncos guy?
I don't want Joe Brady. I don't like Joe Brady. I don't think he's good personally. I really don't think Joe Brady's a good play caller design. I don't like anything about Joe Brady personally.
Hey, Johnny O, not to cut you off, brother. I mailed your package today.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I just sent it regular mail.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because they're small. They're small.
What? Who were you asking about, Joe Riss?
Davis Webb, from the Broncos. He was their QB coach and most recently their passing game coordinator.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
He's interviewing. He's got interviews.
I'm sure.
That's okay. He could interview for my bagger job at the supermarket near my house. I don't want him.
Well, some of these guys,
he's 30 years old too. He's young. That's if we're looking young. That's
because they're also feeling them out and what their situations are like. Because if and when you do hire a coach, you think back to so and so that maybe they'd want to be an OC here and run this offense or whatever. I would say with the amount of offensive guys that they're interviewing, they're probably going to lean in that direction.
I'd bring him in as the OC.
That's what I'm saying, Joe. That could be definitely why they're getting into that. But I don't know.
I think we bring him in as the OC and draft a new QB and try to let him work with him, because it worked out with Bo Nix with the Broncos.
The only thing that could save the Dolphins is drafting the right quarterback and the organization believing in that product and going for broke with a guy who, hey, yeah, he wants to make the money. He's down to be the fucking leader of the team, but also really wants to win championships. And maybe John Eric Sullivan is a guy who can clock that. He can go, this dude cares about football. Yeah, he wants to make money. Yeah, he understands the game and the business. Yeah, he can navigate the inner dynamic of politics and fucking bullshit that goes on off the field. But what's most important to him and everything he's doing is winning football games. And if he can clock that dude and get him, everyone will look like geniuses.
Well, I
What's
like
up,
to believe
Matthew?
he had something to do with Jordan Love being drafted to the Packers.
I know he did, but I got to be honest. Jordan Love's good. I don't think Jordan Love is good enough. I don't. I don't think Jordan Love is good enough. Never have. I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not.
Basically, that whole draft class was a little bit of
that
a
whole
bust.
draft class minus Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts.
Healthy Burrow is the only is rare, but
it looked like a deep draft class, but ultimately, I don't know. Joe Burrow to me was the clear-cut guy, and that was the guy the Dolphins wanted and was going to go broke for. But again, they couldn't tank for him, they couldn't purchase him, and then they, just like with John Harbaugh right now, John Harbaugh is the Joe Burrow right now, and we're gonna get somebody else and say that's the dude we wanted all along. That was the Tua, we tanked for him. Remember, Stefanski's our guy. Kubiak was the guy. He's the genius. You guys got to understand, Kubiak was the guy that actually made all the great things happen in Seattle. It was him. He was the brilliant mastermind behind the scenes. I know the fucking stories, dude. I could literally work for the PR department and sell it.
This isn't a good
happens to us in 2026. We got 6 wins or something and miss out on the top 3 QBs.
The only wins? Yeah.
It was Dante Moore going back to school. There's a lot of options.
Not enough already, especially with Chambliss and Moore. Moore for sure going back to Oregon, and turning that Chambliss, which I think is the one other good quarterback in this draft.
No,
I worry about his size, but I think
he's tiny.
Quarterback. Mendoza.
I worry about his size, but I will tell
a
you
mobile
this.
QB at 200 pounds is going to break.
You're going to blow a pick on Ty Simpson or someone stupid, and it's going to blow up.
I'll tell you what, they draft Ty Simpson. If Ty Simpson comes out and the Dolphins draft him, I'm probably not going to watch any football. I'm not going to do it. I'm fucking giving up, dude.
I see you guys. Do you know what your pick's at for right?
11.
Yeah, 11.
No, that seems like the perfect place for Ty Simpson to land. Ty Simpson just slowly going up with Moore and Chambliss and you guys
I think
maybe or best.
I don't want the QB that's rising in draft stock because other QBs are returning to school. That's not the reason to draft a guy.
No.
I think at 11, we should take Caleb Downs, Ohio State.
I love Caleb Downs. I think he looks great. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I want to address the DB room this year with that first pick.
Yep.
You all think we're beating the Broncos?
Do I think y'all are going to beat the Broncos?
Yeah.
No. Hey, fellas, just a couple of things real quick. Let me hold your attention. A couple of things real quick.
What's up, man?
So,
What's going on with you,
Smith
brother?
was offensive coordinator, but he didn't call the plays. Mike McDaniel called the plays. Also, what else I want to say? You guys are talking about coaches, but the ones you're not talking about, or the one you're not talking about, is the one Adam Schefter is reporting on. Adam Schefter is reporting that there might be a stalemate in Green Bay because they don't want to pay that man like he's supposed to get paid. And Adam Schefter is always also talking about what the trade compensation will be, in order to acquire LaFleur. There's a connection there, and he's going to bring Malik Willis with him when he becomes the Miami Dolphins next head coach.
I think Green Bay is going to make it happen.
Mike Holmgren got traded.
Shit, damn, the Dolphins getting Malik Willis.
We just saw Sean Payton get traded. Coaches get traded.
Dolphins going to trade for
they can make him.
LaFleur
They can make him coach out the year, but then you don't get nothing for him. Right now, if you're not going to come to agreement, why not take an opportunity to gather more draft capital by trading them? And who's going to outbid Stephen Ross? And plus, we got 3 third-round draft picks. We can always take that 11th pick, move back, and replace another third-round pick with him because Mike Holmgren got traded for a second-round pick.
You know what? I say do it.
Be LaFleur, it's gonna be Malik Willis.
Let's just start.
Malik
I mean,
Willis, yeah.
let's start throwing and see what sticks to the wall, man. Let's get
I think Green
LaFleur.
Bay is going to retain him. Otherwise, they're in the same boat as us.
Yeah, dude. Green Bay is definitely going to work it out with him. I don't know what you're talking about. Why? Who are they going to fire him for? Unless they have a beat on Harbaugh and they think Harbaugh wants to come there.
No, they're not going to fire him. He's got 1 year left, and he wants to work out a new deal. And Green Bay
I thought he was up now.
No, LaFleur has 1 year left. That's why they're trying to get a new deal done so they can keep him. But the problem is they're too far apart on money. So it literally would take the Dolphins probably a 3rd round pick to trade for him and get him over here.
Yeah, the interesting part about Green Bay is they don't have like a single like owner.
No, they have a president that runs the team, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that might be the play, guys. I'm telling you.
I'd like to see Malik Willis here. I don't think we would get LaFleur. I don't think we'd be that lucky.
I got to be honest. How much better is LaFleur than Mike McDaniel?
A lot better.
A lot
LaFleur
better? Or does he have a lot better quarterback?
LaFleur had it doesn't.
Hold on a second now, Big Nick. You say a lot better.
No, that's a chicken and the egg. That's a chicken and the egg argument. Because the man gave us a 2-time MVP. The man gave them a 2-time NFL MVP, right? And he's always in the playoffs. He hasn't had much success in the playoffs, but he's always in the playoffs. He transitioned perfectly from a Hall of Fame quarterback who had just won back-to-back NFL MVPs into Jordan Love, and they haven't really missed a beat. The man is a great coach, man.
Okay, you say all that, but also, isn't he a part of a great situation on an incredible fucking franchise that doesn't make the mistakes and blunders the Dolphins do? They have Aaron Rodgers when he starts. They draft Jordan Love and let him cook. What are you talking about? Like
John Harbaugh ain't done shit since he had a Hall of Fame defense.
I don't care about John Harbaugh. I'm just saying LaFleur.
Yeah, but you just said
what I said. If Mike McDaniel would have had the job LaFleur had, I think he would do just as good on par. That's what I'm saying.
I think all those reasons.
Why would you say that when Mike McDaniel
of LaFleur versus?
Why would you say that when Mike McDaniel never showed us the ability to adjust?
Mike McDaniel took a weak, small, hip, fucked up quarterback and made it into a high-powered offense and had the entire league tricked that Tua was a good quarterback.
He had the #1 player in the NFL. He had Jalen Waddle, who was a top 10 receiver at the time. He had fast ass team. No, man, no, all that. Come on, man. If you're gonna do it for one, you got to do it for all, Captain.
You need all that, dude.
If you're gonna do it for one, you're gonna do it for all. Because every great head coach has somebody special on their team. Every one of them. You name wasn't shit without these particular players. Okay. Every one of them.
I would say if your consensus is that from a longer tenured career, and slightly more win totals and success, I would agree with you that LaFleur is marginally better than Mike McDaniel. I will defer to that fact.
We're gonna agree to disagree on that, man.
No, I agree. I agree that LaFleur is a marginally better coach than Mike McDaniel, but I would say not that great.
Retained.
Not that great.
You know they had one of the worst defenses in the NFL this year, Green Bay.
Yeah, I know.
And they still won 10, 11 games, and they had a lot of injuries, including the starting quarterback.
Moves. They traded their life away for Micah Parsons, which was a very bold, stupid move, if you ask me. I thought it was a terrible move.
Cap, they did a study on Michael Parsons. When Michael Parsons was on the field for the Dallas Cowboys, and they did it all up, added it all up. The Dallas Cowboys was the #1 defense in the NFL. When Michael Parsons was off the field for the Dallas Cowboys, they were the worst ranked defense in the NFL, Cap.
I don't care. I don't care. I really don't.
They're still overpaid.
Single solo pass rushers don't win you Super Bowls. They do. I get it. Defense wins championships and stuff like that, but and Ndamukong Suh, Micah Parsons, always
Tell
the
that to
big
the Giants. Tell that to the
always
Giants.
huh?
Tell that to the Giants.
That now, if your homegrown talent is staying with you and making and taking the money, you can get there. You can talk about, Aaron Donald. You could talk about, the Giants and their situation. But ultimately, when you go into free agency and you trade and pay a guy a bunch of money, one of these big dudes, they don't fucking produce. They don't. You've lost assets. You're losing financial money. You're not getting a hometown discount. You're paying extra. He got $188 million for 4 fucking years. And one of the years is gone.
You got to understand, Cap.
Well,
I
also the
understand what you're
picks are
saying.
up for him,
If he was
too.
a 10-year vet, I understand what you're saying. Cap, this is his second contract. This is Micah Parsons' second contract, Cap. If you don't pay for that, what you gonna pay for?
I won't pay
It's
for
a second contract.
No, I don't want to pay second contracts on guys they might even still be peaking a little bit, but I don't want to be there on the downward when I gotta owe them $60 million. I don't want it. Young budding talent you get for cheap is how you win football games, and you keep that revolving door going. You let Micah Parsons go for the next guy to come and fill his space, and you get two first round draft picks, 2026 and 2027. And Kenny Clark they traded, plus they paid him $180 million. Think about what you're saying: 2 first round draft picks and your Pro Bowl Kenny Clark, plus $188 million. There's nobody in the NFL that doesn't play the quarterback position that I would give that money to. That's it. You got to know the game.
Cap, I'm a little more pragmatic than most people, right? So, and trust me,
you're a lover of the sport and the game. I'm more of a.
I understand what you're saying completely. I do. And in the world that you live in, that makes perfect sense. However, in the world that I operate in, I know it's one more thing more important than winning playoffs and winning Super Bowls for these owners. And you know what that is? That's just as important as winning playoff games and winning Super Bowls.
Jerseys.
Putting asses in them seats. How many asses Kenny Clark was putting in them seats compared to how many asses Michael Parsons gonna put in them seats?
Oh man, he's selling so many.
Asses are in seats at Lambeau regardless.
Yeah, the Packers aren't worried about that as much as
that's true. That's true, but you know what? It might not have been a lot of Kenny Clark jerseys being sold. That's all to the owner.
No, I get it. And
that's all to the owner, right?
Well,
I remember I read an article.
But the town owns the team. But
I read an article, right. So there's more money for the town. But I read an article about 20 years ago when Wayne Huizenga still owned the team. Right, and it was talking, and the Marlins was playing at the stadium, and the Hurricanes was playing at the stadium, and just on the Miami Dolphins game day alone, from concession, parking, and memorabilia, Wayne Huizenga made $3 million a game. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Big Nick, you're from South Florida. How much money are people? Well, back in the day, not so much these days, but how much money back in the day were people making selling sodas and waters outside the stadium and selling hats that they bought bags of,
I used to work for the Marlins. Coca-Cola's here. Coca-Cola's here. You know how fucking tempting it is to walk out that stadium?
I'm saying free market business for people in the neighborhood to walk outside the purview areas and slang some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Dudes standing out front with a stick and a bunch of shirts on it, selling them to people and stuff.
Right.
That's part of the business. It still goes on in the stadium today. So the money talks.
But I understand that, Captain. What I'm saying is, look, a lot more Tyreek Hill jerseys are being sold than Devontae Parker jerseys.
Now,
a lot more. A lot more Devon Achane jerseys has been sold than Mostert jerseys. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that.
And come on, I would say in all of the years Devontae Parker was here, Tyreek Hill sold more jerseys the first 365 days he was a Miami Dolphin.
the first announcement of
365 days he sold it. All the
Tua
years
sold a lot of
combined,
jerseys too.
Hills in comparison to what fucking Parker sold. I guarantee.
I would. What about this? Would this be crazy to say? Tyreek Hill rivals Dupler and Clayton.
I would say no. I think Tyreek Hill is going to wear a gold jacket, bro.
No, I mean as far as jersey sales go.
Oh, I would say maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people. Here's the thing, though.
I don't know
but
if
two
he's
things
gonna
can
be
be
gold
true.
jacket.
Marino, Taylor, and Zach Thomas untouchable.
You're okay. When you talk about Micah Parsons and measure it to Tyreek Hill, you are correct in the fact that there is instances where you can buy the most elite talents, and yeah, even overpaying for them, you will still get massive returns for that guy. To me, Micah Parsons is not. I think he's an incredible athlete. I don't think he's the Tyreek Hill of his position. I just don't. I don't.
No, because you got Myles Garrett.
He was so damn good. Why didn't the Cowboys do shit?
He may not be the Tyreek Hill because you got Myles Garrett, but he's definitely fucking.
Now, okay. Now, if you're talking the trade and the money for Myles Garrett, I'm saying yes.
But he's definitely he's definitely he's not Tyreek Hill, but he's definitely Jamar Chase. He's definitely the kid from Minnesota. He's definitely Jefferson.
You're pretty damn close with that take. Yeah, I would say he's more Jamar Chase and certainly not Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? He's not friggin' Jefferson. So I would agree with that in that fact. I would say Micah Parsons.
I think Jefferson's a more complete receiver than Tyreek.
Jefferson is fucking incredible. The guy does it every year.
Man,
hey, Joe,
you talk your ass off.
To Joe in a while. How's my guy Joe doing? I see.
Listen,
on Pete's,
wait. Hold on, 1 second.
The other Miami Dolphins channel. Because there's
1
another
second.
Dolphins creator out there who does.
SGA comes around Pete's takes.
Let me say this.
There's another YouTuber that also
hold on, SGA. Let Nick finish this.
I see him on there a lot, so it's really cool to see him on here.
Tyreek on a 2,000-yard season. Tyreek on a 2,000. That Tyreek is better than anything Jefferson's gonna do in his entire career.
Ooh, I don't know. I think Justin Jefferson.
Would never get to that level.
I don't know. I think Justin Jefferson will play an extremely long time, and I think whether he wins a championship or not, Justin Jefferson. I don't know. I think Justin Jefferson will be Randy Moss. I think Justin Jefferson and Randy Moss have great comps. I will say in the extent that like Tyreek Hill for the size, the speed, the ability, the show, the everything, the personality, the on-field, the off-field, like son of a bitch is a one of a kind, right? Like he certainly is. I love him for it too. Let's what were you saying, SGA? You wanted to make out with Joe or some shit? I don't know what he said.
No, I mean, I was saying that I saw him on Pete's Hot Takes on another YouTube channel, and Joe makes an appearance on there. He's also
He's talking about Pete's
too,
Takes.
So I mean, it's good to see you on all see Joe on all different streams out there.
Hell
yeah, good to see you too, SGA.
Because he's a Dolphins fan, so he would come on every single Dolphins YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
SGA, I watched some of your Madden streams. You're pretty trash at Madden, I gotta say.
Oh damn, SGA.
Man, I haven't played Madden in a while, man. I'm not the best, but I'm trying to get better. But yeah, it's really hard because, you know, I don't play Madden a lot. I play 2K a lot. I don't play Madden that often.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I'm more of an NBA 2K type of guy than a Madden guy, but you know, I'm trying to get better.
You know what I found out about Madden, right?
I believe
Madden
in
is like this. If you can only go
realistic,
a certain,
that's what I like about it. But
you can only go a certain level. You can only acquire a certain level of skill on Madden if you truly don't know football. If you truly know football, oh my God.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's so realistic. You have to know football.
I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate video games. I don't like them. I think they're a waste of time, waste of money, waste of energy. I don't like video games.
Like if you're on spending a regular day and you're looking like I mean, I need to spend my day somehow, man. I can't waste my whole day. And
Go to
you
the
got to do
gym.
something with the, you got to do something to keep yourself busy, man.
Go to the
Either it's
gym.
watching video games
Cap
or
Cap won't play, but what he would do
I mean,
is
you gotta do
if you
something, man.
force
I
him,
can't just sit
if
around
you
and do
force him to
nothing,
sit
man.
down,
I gotta keep myself busy. So, video games keep me busy, man. I could play 3-4 hours of video games without. That's my thing right there.
if you can
El
force
Cap's got a
Cap to
good
sit
point,
down,
man. Make
if
the
you can
gym your video game. Set your high
if you
scores there.
if you can make Cap sit down on the couch behind you while you play Madden, even though he won't play, by the second quarter he'll be coaching from behind.
You're fucking right. I'll tell you what to do.
All right
That's for
then,
damn
see, so I don't want to hear that shit.
I mean, listen, no, I used to play video games too when in my 20s and shit, and I was good as fuck at them and all that other stuff. But honestly, dude, when, I ain't got time for this shit,
It
dude.
burns up too much of your time.
I'm
It,
just.
and now it's not just time and energy, like the money video. Like if you're playing online on video games, you better dump a bunch of money in your fucking all the other bullshit because that's what it is now. It's a scam. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I guess
Cap,
there is still fun parts and
Hey,
shit, but I don't know.
hey,
you
El
from the
Captain,
streets, Cap. You know
can you
you got to
please
wait
tell?
6 months. You got to wait 6 months after the game come out, and
Hey,
then you
Oh
go to the pawn
I
shop
know
and
that.
you buy the game.
hey, El
You go to the
Captain, can you
pawn shop
please
and
But
you
tell
buy
Nick,
it.
I'm in the
Tua's side
streets, dog. I'm
hotline?
just gonna take somebody else's
Can you
game.
please
You
tell him
heard?
to stop saying that shit? Can you Tua the comment Tua
All right,
side hotline
guys.
made in the chat? Can you please tell him to stop saying that shit?
Oh,
My
okay,
parents
yeah.
don't
I mean, you
fight.
got to watch out for that
He's
guy, bro. He's a real POS. That guy.
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He really is, dude.
He's,
We've been trying to get rid of him, but
now
he changes his avatars and his names. He's a real. He's
He's
my
a Bills
parents
I don't
don't
know.
fan,
fight. Why is he
SGA.
saying that? Stop bringing those
He
domestic things into the chat, right? This is not the place for this, man.
he's just messing with you,
You're
bro.
not a counsel. He's not like. Why is that
I
guy
mean,
bringing
listen,
that shit up in the
SGA.
chat,
I
man? You
plan to get my
block
hands
that.
on
You
him
gotta
one
block
day.
that guy, man. That guy is gonna say some
Well, we don't
really
block. We
effed
only
up
block
shit.
two things here. We block spammers and
No, but
absolutely
what if he keeps on
confirmed
saying shit like
racists
that?
and bigots. We block those people.
Like when I go on my channel, I see people like that. I don't
Yeah,
tolerate people like that on my chat
I
saying
you know what? And you're a better
referring to
man
my
for it.
ethnicity, referring to my
Oh my
age.
god.
I
You
don't
know what,
tolerate
SJ?
shit
I
like that.
think you're.
There's some things I
Hey,
I, I, I don't
SGA,
f around with.
he's just
I
messing
don't
with
f
you,
around
man.
with certain types of shit.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I would
So Cap,
again.
last thing before I go.
I kind of set a
That,
rule a long time ago around here that we don't block anybody. And listen, believe me, I have gotten into fights with my guys, with other people. You gotta fucking block this guy. I can't do it. There's only a few very, very lines, very
I mean, you
specific
can't ban
lines.
people. I mean, Papa Paul is the only person who can ban spammers because he's the host of this
It's
channel, and
true.
then
Papa Paul
you're
is
just a
king of this
co-host.
bitch.
You're just somebody that's tagging along with him.
That's right.
No, there's no tagging along
all right,
here.
all right, all right. Okay,
No,
let's not.
he's right.
Okay,
Hey,
let's
he's right. He's
let's not
right.
throw it. Let's
Hold
not.
on.
I'm
Paul
not
ban
trying to
that
be
motherfucker right
Let's
now.
not call
Get
the
him out of
ambulance.
here.
saying
Let
he's
it
a
go.
co-host. That's what I'm trying
You
to
made
say. I'm
all
not
right. You
trying to
made
be
your point,
like
SGA. He's a
inappropriate.
terrible
he's
guy. You
he's
made
good.
your
I'm just
point.
saying
Let
he's a
it go.
co-host on this
I'll
channel.
tell you
That's
what
what
we
I'm
will
trying to
do,
say.
SGA.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep a fucking close eye on this son of a bitch in chat for
Yeah,
sure, buddy.
we got him. We
SGA,
got him.
your Niners are looking good, bro.
Good night,
Hey Cap, I'm
winners.
out
Man,
of here. I'm out.
All right,
I'm
playing
out of
man.
here. But
Have a
Seattle in
good
the
before I
one,
next
buddy.
go,
round, man. I think
before I go,
we got Seattle.
come on,
I think we got the
SGA,
Seahawks.
SGA.
Hold on, SGA. Hold
Come
up.
on,
Go ahead,
man.
Big Nick.
That's 5 players. That's 5 players that I need gone from the team. 3 of them for money reasons. 1 of them because I want to peel the Band-Aid off, and the other one is going to cost us money. So the one that's going to cost us money is Tua. I'm ready for him to be gone just to get it over with. The one I want to rip the Band-Aid off is not going to cost us any money because he technically doesn't have any more guaranteed money is Minka. I just want him gone. And the 3 that has to go because of money, Tyreek, Austin Jackson, and Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, I stand behind everything you just said.
I solid moves, Joe. Right, like solid moves, Nick. I think I can't disagree with you anymore. I would say I mean, look, when you look at those guys who are talent that you're talking about really getting rid of, and all of it sensible with what you're left with and what money you do not possess in the cap. Why are you hanging on to anyone else that's left?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
They can make an argument for Mika because we don't. We can just he can play out the year. He can play out the year. He's under contract. He can play out the year, but he won't play out the year with no guaranteed money. We can re-sign him.
$23 million against the cap to keep him.
We got to go ahead and get our
$30 million right now.
guy in there.
Yeah, I just want to rip the Band-Aid off and play the young guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say to me and
or get Caleb Downs or whoever.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, I really like that that profile
All right,
picture,
fellas.
man, of Tua wearing the dunce cap. I think Tua deserves to wear that dunce cap because he's absolutely awful, and they should start Quinn Ewers as quarterback over Tua. That's just me. That's just my opinion, man. Like, you could come at me for that, but that's my opinion. Start Quinn Ewers over Tua. I think Quinn Ewers has a better throwing arm. That's just me, man. You
how much Madden do you play?
For that,
I think
for that shit if you want, but I don't really care.
This is not really a pro Tua channel, so I think we all agree.
Mashed potato brains.
Yeah.
Boy,
No, that's just my opinion, Joe. I mean,
okay.
I'm just saying.
Jay, that's enough. We're calling it a night. I appreciate you joining us. Have a good night, everyone. Peace, love,
Hey, make sure to subscribe to the Dolphins Talk podcast. Papa Paul just